എങ്ങനെ
പ്രകൃതിയുടെ യഥാർത്ഥ രുചി തലമുറകളായി.
I don't want to say the name of my competitors in a podcast.
How has the consumption pattern in Kerala has changed over the last 10 to 15 years?
I always expected this question.
ഞങ്ങളുടെ അച്ഛനും അപ്പൂപ്പന്മാരും ഉപയോഗിച്ച ബ്രാൻഡാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോഴും ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്.
I am a bit workaholic by nature.
I am not a normal person.
When it comes to a family concern, it is always emotion that stands first.
Kerala is not now just a tier 2 market anymore.
Cons is like there is no pressure over here. I won't answer the way you want it to.
Why are you making it look like a current? I can never imagine running a business with my father.
I will never say anything bad about ITC.
Let's discuss numbers, Thomas.
Planning something around 25% growth year on year.
Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the Mumbai Malayali Show. Today in my episode, I have a very special guest. Keralathinte one of the biggest FMCG company, Fruitoman's third generation entrepreneur is there with me. His name is Thomas. Tom. Hi.
Hi Sandhya.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting me today for this program. And it's like I never expected something that would start as a social media strategy meet would end up in a podcast like this. Firstly, I would like to hand over some of our products to us.
Okay.
These, I have not included the sauces, which is our bestseller. I have included some jams and some of our new products which we have worked on recently.
Okay, thank you. I love this. Is exactly I'm doing this show for, so that I can get free goodies. But thank you so much. Fruitomans since 1957, nature's real taste for generation. Okay, so what's interesting is Thomas, when since the time I was a kid, when I grew up watching Fruitoman's ad in national television, I've seen more of Fruitoman's jam and Fruitoman's the fruit beverages and all of those kind of things. So now I see there's cornflakes, there is semia paisam mix. Okay, there is pink guava
I think
jam.
if you can show it in the camera, it will be great.
Okay. Okay, there is cornflakes, there is pink guava jam. Wow, you all have started hazelnut spread also. I don't know if it's visible in the camera, but I'm trying my best.
I think the editor can later work on it and zoom out.
There's chukku kapi powder. Oh my god, did I just bought all of this so that I can just show it in the camera? But there is jelly crystals. There is noodle masala, which is very interesting. I was not aware you all have segmented into these many categories. There is lime pickle and semia paisam mix, palada. Oh, and my favorite, blueberry jam. This is what I love. I love blueberry jam. So
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for all the goodies.
You should be trying all these products and let us know how the product is.
Okay, I will definitely. So this is going to my kitchen pantry. Yeah. Okay, now if we are talking about 1957, your grandfather started this company.
Exactly.
So why the name Fruitomans?
So Fruitomans at that point of time, what he thought was, it is very interesting. People of that generation thinking it this way. It is not something like it's like you go to the management schools and you learn it. The concept was like he took fruit, because our initial processing was all cornered around pineapple and mango. So both are fruit. So Fruitoman, a person who sells fruits. And it's like that was the concept why this Fruitoman's brand came.
The tagline is nature's real taste for generation. Yes. So you are the third generation of this company. Your father is the director. What is your exact role right now in Fruitomans?
So right now I'm taking care of sales. Basically sales comes my first priority. Then S&D, to be honest, sales and distribution. Along with that, it's like me and my cousin is taking care of digital marketing. And I take care of one of the plant of Fruitomans. So it's like the powder unit. It's like it's actually taken care by me.
Okay.
So these three things, it's like right now it's handled by me. And we always do shuffling. So at times it's like earlier it used to be taken care. The unit used to be taken care by my cousin. Right now it is me. So it's like these things do happen. Yeah.
So in the last 66 years, what is that one change that Fruitomans is going through? It started as a food processing unit. You all were mostly, I think, into the beverage part and the jam part, which was Fruitomans was always standing for real fruits. Today, you all have segmented into various categories. What has made that shift from a fruit processing to multiple categories? What made the shift?
So the point is the consumer preference and the consumer pattern of taking food as over time has changed a lot. So initially, when you see the thing is like I'm taking a very example of tomato sauce.
Hmm.
Sauce was used only in the tier one cities, in the metropolitan cities. Today, even the villages recognize. They say takali chamandi in Tamil
Hmm.
Nadu. So it's like even now it's like everywhere it has penetrated deep into the market,
Hmm.
and that is the reason why it's like we have over time gone into different products, and that's how we change this.
Okay. I'm very curious. I always wanted to ask this question. ഞാൻ കൊച്ചിലായപ്പോൾ ഫ്രൂട്ടോമാൻസിന്റെ ഞാൻ കുറെ ആഡ്സ് ടെലിവിഷൻസിൽ
Yes, yes,
കാണുമായിരുന്നു,
yes.
കുറെ ബിൽബോർഡ്സ് കാണുമായിരുന്നു, ആൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് ലോഗോ ഇസ് സ്റ്റിൽ വെരി മച്ച് സ്ട്രോങ്. So the brand identity is very much strong still in my head.
True.
പക്ഷേ I'm a 90s kid.
Okay.
ഇപ്പോഴും പക്ഷേ when I was discussing about Fruitomans to my other people and to my other colleagues and everything, no one really remembers. I think somewhere the brand lost its identity, or the recall value has gone down.
Okay.
Question being a company that was what, there was a time it was one of the most popular company.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, slowly the brand recall has started decreasing.
Okay.
Is there a specific reason?
So the thing is like, firstly, I'll admit that this thing, it's like I have also figured it out, and the point is acceptance is the first lesson. So accepting it, so it's like we have over time changed the strategy, because earlier the thing is like the amount of information that comes in into a person was actually very less. So if you see, it's like only few brands used to do ads, but today that is not the case. You have the billboards, you have the ATLs, BTLs, and a lot of information is pumped into into people. And the thing is like the advertisement costs have also risen up hugely. We are not a Unilever, we are not a ITZ, we are not a what is it, PNG, Procter and Gamble. So the thing is like we can't flush in or fund that much amount. So over time we have taken a collective call to change the strategy from what is called going for a pull to a push based market. So push based market means make the product available everywhere. So when you go to a supermarket, where if you see the consumer pattern as such, no one thinks a lot before buying a jam. It's like they won't think, it is not a Mercedes where people think, yeah, I'll take Mercedes car itself. When it comes to food products, people go to the grocery shop and they buy the product. And the point is like when a plethora of brands are there in the supermarket, it's like they'll take one jam. So the point is, if you put a lot of ad and into it, and if you don't make the product available at nook and corner of the city, in that case, there is this ad money is going. I consider it as a waste.
So you
So
are
that's
telling
why
that
we
you are
are
now focusing on the distribution,
availability.
and
So
the
there are the 4 A's, and we are focusing mainly on availability right now, making it available in every place. And it's like, as you said, even now you recognize the brand, though the recall value has. So over time, when they see the brand at each and every place, they'll start recollecting it and they'll start buying it, and it's working wonders for us.
Okay,
This
so
strategy is working wonders.
Kerala, so your distribution is only in Kerala, or is it beyond Kerala as
We
well?
have distribution in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, a small presence in Telangana and Delhi right now.
Okay.
And also, yeah, small presence in Goa. And also, we are exporting to GCC countries and also to Seychelles and Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are the like the other countries? How is the acceptance level there?
There we are catering mainly to the wholesale market. We are not focusing on the FMCG brand as such.
Okay.
So we are giving it to the canteens. So it's like export is always about volume. So though the profit margin will be less, it is all about it's like the volume that goes into export will be very high. So it will help you stabilize your plans because you have continuous work. You can keep your labor engaged. You can use optimal utilization of resources like the machineries and all. So at the same time, so in the export market, we are focusing without hampering the quality. To be honest, we are focusing mainly on the wholesale segment, the Horeca segment, the hotel, restaurant, and catering segment. And when it comes to the Kerala market, we are focusing mainly on FMCG, and we are slowly. If you think about our brand also, it's like we are a Horeca brand and we are slowly changing the attention to FMCG.
Okay. talking about competitions, ippam Keralathlo, who do you think is your biggest competition? Who are you competing with?
So I don't want to say the name of my competitors in a podcast, definitely.
Okay.
I don't want to give them unnecessary attention, to be honest.
But we all know who are your
So you also
competition.
know it, I also know it, the
Okay.
people who see it will also know it.
Okay.
So the point is,
But
we have a lot of competitors right now.
see, you mentioned the point about availability of your product in the market.
Exactly,
Today, when you're
exactly.
going to the supermarket, that same strategy is definitely used by a competition also. So, for example, the X company, Avade Jamum will be available in your supermarket.
Exactly.
So, why will a common person will go and pick Fruitoman's jam?
Very interesting question. So the thing is like this, I always expected this question. And the point is, they already know the brand. They already that this brand was there. So it's like when you see a Fruitoman's product, you can relate it to your childhood memories. What were you when you were a kid? You used to buy Fruitoman's brand. That will of course ensure you to pick the product. Okay, and also it's like our strategy, our USP is always optimal, best quality at the optimal pricing. So the thing is like when you see the price, and also it's like you will pick the product, and I'm sure once you taste the product, you will always go for our product only.
Okay, but when there is a product like Kisan sitting next to your product, this is because you said that right now your strategy is more focused on the availability and the distribution part of it. But then there are national brands who are focusing, they have enough money to advertise and to focus on the distribution part as well.
Yeah.
Then how are Fruitomans is going to stand
I don't,
apart
I
from
don't,
that?
I don't want to reveal all of my marketing and sales strategy in a podcast,
But there
because
should be some.
that will ambush and blitzkrieg me in the public. But the point is something I'll reveal to you, because the thing is like it is always a fault that if you go with it's like the market leader, because Kisan comes from a very established house, and the point is they have huge money power, huge distribution strength. So it's like my focus, it's like this is a personal view which I'm saying of myself, will not be to compete with Kisan directly. I
Okay.
want to be a follower. I want to be a challenger to Kisan. I don't want to be the market leader. It's like if you want to be the market leader, Kisan is available only in the FMCG category. So that's where the importance of Horeca comes in. So we have our own strategy at place, and we are competing well with Kisan even at this point of time.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you think the Kerala consumers have changed in the last 10 years? Because you are born and brought up here. Nati valarnalla.
Over 18, till I was 18, I was in Kerala.
Okay.
Then after that, nearly 8 to 9 years, I was not in Kerala, but in different states in India.
But since you are now running your family's business.
Exactly, it's been 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been 2 years that you've joined your family
Yeah,
business,
it's been
right?
2 years, yes.
So, how do you think? I don't know, is this a dinner conversation you have with your father and your uncles and your cousins on the dinner table? But how has the consumption pattern in Kerala has changed over the last 10 to 15 years?
Firstly, it's like our dinner conversations are always about business. This is one of the thing that comes with family business, that dinner conversations will always be about business.
And you like
And
that?
and I like that. And I
Yeah.
like that. It's like I am a bit workaholic by nature,
I
and I
know
love
that.
it.
I know
Yeah.
that.
So the point is that how the consumer pattern has changed. I'll answer to that question. So the point is like right now we have plethora of choices. So if you saw a blueberry jam, you saw a pink guava jam. Earlier, when it comes to jam, tell me one thing. It's like which is the flavor which you can relate to when it comes to when I say the word jam.
Strawberry.
Okay.
Jam.
Actually, for a normal person, it won't be. We have done a survey, so it's like normal person. It will be mixed fruit and pineapple.
Okay,
And
I'm
it
not
will-
a normal person.
Okay,
But
you because it's like there will be segmentation in it. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there will be what to say, the people from the elite class, people from the middle class, people from the lower middle class.
Yeah,
But
because I'm also coming from Bombay, so where we used to go and have this Lonavala ka strawberry jam.
okay.
So that used to be my childhood memory.
Okay, so that's an individual. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
here I am actually going for what to say, a consumer pattern where it's like the majority is prevalent. So even today, even for the Kisan or any brand you take, I'm not naming any other brand.
Yeah.
Again, my strategy. So it's like any brand you take, it is always mixed fruit and pineapple who
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the best sellers. So the thing is like right now we are portraying into different brand, different flavors blueberry, because right now the earlier consumer used to buy a 500-gram jam. Right now, since there are plethora of choices, people actually take a 200-gram jam. They take the mixed fruit one, they take the blueberry one, pineapple one, mango one, strawberry, as you said, one. And the thing is, like, 5 days breakfast is sorted
Yeah.
in a
It's also
working
travel
family.
friendly. I can, if I'm
It's travel
traveling.
friendly, quantity is small, and the
Huh.
price wise, it's like it's just this is just 50 rupees, 55 rupees,
Okay.
and our pineapple and mixed fruit is just 50 rupees. So the
Okay.
point is, it's like price wise also, it won't leave a hole in your pocket. So people go for lower SKUs. This is a consumer pattern. It's like I've seen prevalent over in every phase. It's like that's why every brand is coming with smaller and smaller SKUs. Yes.
So again, getting back to this, how have you seen any behavioral change in Kerala market, especially if we are talking about Kerala market?
Yeah.
One thing is what I have understood about Kerala market is people are very much into they are very much into brand loyalists.
Okay.
If they are stuck to one brand, they would prefer, irrespective of the advertising or not, they prefer like ഞങ്ങളുടെ അച്ഛനും അപ്പൂപ്പന്മാരും ഉപയോഗിച്ച ബ്രാൻഡാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോഴും ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ചന്ദ്രിക മെഡിമിക്സ് ഒക്കെ we started using it because it's passed from generation to generation to generation. So Fruitoman is kind of a brand that can be passed from a generation to generation.
True.
And your tagline being like the real taste for generations. So is there any distinct change that you have seen in the Kerala market? It's not like before. It's not how your grandfather when he started. It's not like that. There are multiple competition. There's a lot of advertising. There's a lot of pricing again being an important part, and preference choices have changed. Kerala is not now just a tier 2 market anymore. Even though it's not, I would say, the tier 1 market, but it is one of the growing metropolitan cities. We right now, as we talk, we are in Kochi. One of the the choices are very much defined here. In a market like this, what do you think have changed over the last 10-15 years?
So, firstly, with all due respect, I'm disagreeing to one of the facts which you said. So, the point is the brand loyalty concept. What I have seen in the market is that brand loyalty is decreasing day by day.
Okay.
Because you have plethora of choices, and earlier also I talked about the most important A in 4A, availability. So, the thing is like today. Let me give you a simple example. You're going to a supermarket. You want to buy a jam, and you don't see Fruitoman's jam. You normally purchase only Fruitoman's jam. It's like you will take one XYZ's jam. You will try it. Then after that, if you like it, in that case, you will buy XYZ's jam from next time onwards. So the question of brand loyalty lies a lot when you don't have multiple huge competition coming in. But the current food market has huge competition, and so at that time, so this loyalty itself is changing. That is one thing. At many the most important cities like Trivandrum, Calicut, or Cochin or Thrissur, we see it's like the people are going for a more healthy options. But it is not that prevalent across, you can say, South India or across Kerala. You can't say that because the thing is like even today when it comes to the layman, it's like in the elite class where it's like people have a lot of money coming in, purchase power is high, and there it's like this healthy options people do consider. Otherwise, people go for the normal options. So that is not prevalent. But this thing I've noticed, and also it's like people are willing to try new things. The blueberry jam, people are willing to take it. The new products, the new sauces with the 828, 829 oyster, people are willing to try it. They want to see what it is. So that is a pattern. It's like that is the reason why, as we speak, as we sit in Cochin, you see a Japanese restaurant starting here.
Yeah.
Somewhere very close to here, Korean restaurant starting
Yeah.
here. People are willing to explore. This is a pattern that is prevalent across markets, which I've seen. That is like, I personally think social media, digital marketing, and all has a role to play in it.
Now that since you're not putting in too much money into advertisement, I'm assuming now we can't see the TVC anymore. Is that, I don't know if you're planning to do that.
Over time, we will get back to TVC. At this point of time, no.
Okay, so at this point, you're more reliant on digital.
We are focusing on availability at this point of time. We are
But
doing a
what's your marketing strategy from your from the overall perspective? Yes, you're focusing on the availability part, but from the marketing point of view, how are you conveying your message to people? Because digital, it's inevitable. So are you focusing? Is
So
social media
did
something that you're focusing on?
social media over time, it's like we have started doing some works in social media.
Mm-hmm.
We are taking it seriously, but it's like it has not reached the highest levels till date. It's like
Okay.
even now, because that is because basically, yes, in the n- new generation, especially when it comes to where there is a father, mother, and a single child, people p- try the big basket and all this D2C channels.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to a normal family, it's like they always prefer going to the nearest shop, kirana shops.
Mm.
That's why even today, even when the era of supermarket and hypermarkets, kirana shops still have a role to play. That is because it's like kirana shops, it's like even in marketing, while we were studying marketing, people used to say
Mm.
kirana shop, they lend money. It's like you have to settle it only by the month end,
Mm.
and this is not seen in the supermarkets. So it's
Mm.
like even today when it comes to the normal consumer, it's like people plan to go to the kirana shop and buy the jam.
Mm.
So in the marketing strategy also, we are focusing on BTLs right now, below the line, where we give our what to say is point of sale stickers, danglers, banners, which we are
Mm.
working on right now. So it's like
Okay.
we are going from that lateral shift of advertisement into BTL right now. Yes.
So, are you focusing more on the kiranas or are you on the supermarkets? Where are you focusing more
We
on?
are focusing on GT asset, GT and MT.
Mm-hmm.
Is general trade and modern trade.
Yeah.
Modern trade includes the hypermarket, supermarkets,
Mm.
and general trade includes the kirana shops, the wholesale shops, and all.
But more sales, where is it coming from?
It will always be from GT. It
Okay.
won't come from MT. MT, you can show MT is more about branding, like the way D2C is.
Mm-hmm.
D2C even today, I believe it is a branding platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's doesn't earn company, even at the initial stage it won't earn company huge profit,
Mm.
but the point is it is very essential right now because you all have a mobile, we all have Android phone. When you
Mm.
type jam, which is the first brand that comes in, you will have a recall value of that.
Mm.
So D2C has an important value, but it's like sales will always be rooted mainly from GT and MT, at least from my understanding, my
Mm.
limited understanding. People
Mm.
will rebut with me. That's there.
Are you available on Instamart, Swiggy,
We were
Instamart?
available in Instamart at a point of time during the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were available in Amazon also. So it
Okay.
was in the initial phase when we were available in Amazon. We faced huge resistance from the GT medium. It's like they said, we will buy it online. We don't want to put your products in the GT. That is
Okay.
the time when Amazon started. Then
Okay.
after that, we had to succumbing to the pressure. It's like we at that point of time, I was not there in business. We had to recall from Amazon,
Hmm.
but slowly we are planning to get it back to Amazon. We have some hurdles at
Hmm.
least. We are resolving it one by one, and I'm sure over time we will get back to D2C channels. Yes.
So, Thomas, 2 years back, you joined your family's company
Yeah.
that is being run for the last 66 years.
Exactly.
I want you to tell me when you just joined the company, Fruitomans, which is India's one of the first FMCG company, third generation. I'm sure there was a huge pressure on you.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what was that one problem you saw and that one that you solved.
Whether I have solved a problem will be a big statement right now because
Okay.
I've joined just 2 years
Okay,
and
so
I'll be
let's talk about
underestimating a
your.
lot of things.
Okay, then let's just talk about two problems that three problems,
Identified maybe.
three problems that you identified.
Okay. See, the thing is like I before working for this Fruitoman's family business, I was actually with Kimaya Himalayan Beverages. I was
Okay.
into liquor trade,
Okay.
alcobev industry. What I've seen in alcobev industry is the thirst or the hunger to conquer, very aggressive. Uh, they work on, for example, I'll tell you, it's like a beer which you see in the market for 110 rupees.
Hmm.
It is actually the price at which we sell it to the government is at 28 rupees.
Hmm.
And the thing is like we have nearly 150% tax in it.
Hmm.
So the point is, and this tax you have to pay in upfront,
Hmm.
which means the cash flow of the company is very tight. It's
Hmm.
like you are putting a lot of money into the system, and
Hmm.
in case of damages, they won't return back that 150%.
Hmm.
So there you have to be always on your foot. Uh, but when I came to the family business, what I've observed is that it's like people here were very content. Uh, People, it's like we want peace. We don't want money. They are not behind money. They are
Hmm.
not aggressive. Uh, these are things. It's like I've observed in the company, and it's
Hmm.
like it's too early for me to solve the problem. Yes, we have made a lot of changes. We have set up a sales team of our own. which we didn't have earlier, because ours was a very traditional and conventional business. And right now we have made some social media, we have improved the presence, we have made drastic changes in the packaging. We have made a lot of changes, moving very aggressively right now comparatively. It's like I won't say we are 100% aggressive, but it's like we have started moving at least, which was earlier not there. But it's like they had their vision, they had their way of doing things, they were very happy, content people. So that is what it's like I've seen it. And the thing is, like, another thing what I've observed is that in a corporate or in a professional place, it is always logic that stands number one. I'm not demeaning anyone, and I apologize with all due respect if anyone is taking it wrong. But the point is, when it comes to a family concern, it is always emotion that stands first, and logic may come at the fourth or fifth place. The second place being occupied by emotion, third place by emotion, and fourth place is a tough fight between emotion and logic. So you have to change your approach, because it is, in order to take decisions, it is not logic, you have to think from your heart also, because many stakeholders are there with the company for a long period of time. So it's like you have to keep relations are important in every business, but there at times it's like it's logic that prevails, and it's like they take decisions logically. Here we have to think about emotions also. This is something which I am facing it even today in the company after coming.
That's exactly where I wanted to get into. Like,
Exactly.
if you are a part of your family business, what is that one pro and what is that one con? I think you already mentioned the con,
Okay.
which is it's more of emotional led, because ending no
See, the thing is, like, I'll tell you that I'll explain to you, because I don't want people to misinterpret many of my statements. But the thing is, like, the stakeholders in this business involves your father, your father's brothers, your cousin with whom you have grown up. Some of them, me and my cousin used to be in Calcutta for internship together. We were like twins for all the time. And the thing is, like, another brother, very emotionally bonded. There will be difference of opinion, but you need to solve it. You need to keep your mind calm. You need to solve it and bring everyone together.
Isn't that too much of pressure?
No. That is not a pressure. It's like it requires good communication skills, and
I
it
think
requires lot. You have to always keep your mind calm. So that is the thing. But the thing is, like, cons is like there is no pressure over here. There is, to be honest, there is no pressure in family business. To be honest,
Really?
because, yeah, maybe because I am coming from liquor trade. Liquor trade, the amount of mammoth pressure that used to mount on you, it was very high. And the point is, here it's like there is no. They are content people. They are like,
But are you
profit
saying?
gaya, koi baat nahi.
But are you saying you never fought with your dad? You are telling your dad, I want to change this, blah
That
blah
is
blah.
never. No, I didn't say that. I never, see, obviously, when three people are sitting around a table, there will always be difference of opinion.
And it's your father and uncle.
It
in
might
this
be father,
situation.
uncle, cousin. They will be there, but there will always be. That is there in everywhere. That is there in corporate also.
Yeah.
It's like there will always be difference of opinion. But I never take it as a pressure. It's not a pressure on me. Maybe it's a pressure for my father. Maybe his BP is getting high day by day.
But you're
handling
fine.
me. That I'm definitely sure. But for me, it is not a pressure.
So have you and your father and your uncle and cousins fought in the boardroom, or in that room?
See, the thing is, like, there is a Malayalam proverb that says "Chatti kalu tatti mutti mennu." So the point is that kind of thing will always be there. So that.
But have you all guys taken this fight, VT Poiter, now that you fought with your dad?
Obviously,
VT
it's a family business. Your boardroom meetings will always be dragged into your dining tables. This happens in the business, but that is good. That is good for people to think about business all the time.
Okay.
Because people are. That's what I told you. People are emotional about it. When you say something bad, people are emotional about it. In a corporate, when things become very emotional and it takes a toll, people put a paper and move on. Here, you don't have that option.
Which is good or bad?
It is good and bad. Everything is good and bad.
In your case, you don't have a choice.
I can't make it black and white. I won't answer the way you want it to put
But
it.
I'm just saying, in your case, you don't have a choice. Why are you making it look like a Karan Johar? You're making me sound like a Karan Johar. And you're like, I know what answer you want. I'm not going to. Why are you making me look like a coffee with
No,
Karan?
definitely, you are not a Karan Johar. So yeah.
I want to be Karan Johar, but anyway.
Maybe over time. Yeah.
You're trying to make it look like I'm trying to make some controversial statements from you. But I'm just asking because I'm curious because I can never imagine running a business with my father, because to start with, my father is like, "Dinakka, like you can't handle 10 rupees. What will you do?" Me and my dad, we're two extremists. Okay, so for me, I'm just curious that you are a well-grown man. Your dad has been running this business. He was a second generation. He comes with a certain knowledge. He might not be aware of the few things that you might not be aware of few things. So it's about like how do you guys come, and then we are Malayalis. We have our own set of emotions and everything, and cousins are involved. So how ഇവിടെ ആണെങ്കിലോ ലൈക്ക് എൻ്റെ വീട്ടിൽ ഒരു 5 രൂപ അവിടെ ഇവിടെയും കൊടുത്താലോ ബന്ധം വരെ തട്ടിമുട്ടി പോകുന്ന ഒരു കാലാവസ്ഥയിലാണ് നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും താമസിക്കുന്നത്.
Okay.
How many relations we have broken just because of the money or that reason or this reason. അവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞു ഇങ്ങനെ അവിടെ പറഞ്ഞു. Here you are running crores and crores ka one company. How do you detach your emotions and make logic make sense and ensure that you all sleep peacefully under one roof?
See, the point is, I think the thing that helped me do wonders is that it's like I have a work experience. I have been associated with companies for 3 years, and never have I quit. So the point is, I am a fighter. I am a fighter. It's like if you push me down tomorrow, I'm sure that I'll wake up, I'll stand up on my feet, and I'll hit you twice before I fall.
And you're
So that is the way I am programmed. Maybe it's like that's the way I work always, and maybe that helps me. And it's like the experience I had in the last assignment that was given to me in the liquor trade. That was or the ITC, where it's like people use Hindi galia on you, and the thing is like you say, "Okay, sir, sorry, sir, thank you, sir," and after that, it's like you go back, you work on yourself, you come up with a better explanation, and next day they say, "Sabash Thomas, acha kaam kiya hai tu." So that is somewhere it's like that kind of resilience, and it was further enhanced when I worked for this liquor trade company, where it's like I'll tell you a small example. I hope I'm not taking much of your time. I was working for liquor trade at that time. It's like the Punjab was ruled by Amrinder Singh government. There was an instability and resulted in Channi government. Then soon after that, Aam Aadmi Party took into the role. So it's like each CM changing the liquor policy also started changing a lot of things. So this for every liquor policy you work behind for, it's like without sleep. You take 4 to 5 hours sleep. You work a lot on it because you have to establish your pricing and all. So after that, it's like you put all these things. Then at that time, it's like the government changes. So your boss says, "Thomas, restart." Have you seen the movie 11th grade, 12th fail? I think. So it's like you have to do restart. So again you do the same thing. Again you fail. You do restart. There is no way. It's like I don't think it's like there is no place for people who fall down in once. It's like you always have to wake up. You have to rise up and you have to start conquering again. That's how we do wonders, and I hope over time I'll do that.
I hope so too. Fruitomans is
Thank you
with
so
the right
much.
hands in
Thank
that
you so
case.
much. Thank you so much.
How would you define your relation with your father, who's also the director of Fruitomans company?
It will never be smooth. I don't want to come to a podcast and lie, say a lot of marketing stuff, see a lot of false things. But yes, it is like there is always a generation gap between us. I have to accept that. The way he was taught business by his father, my grandfather, I was not taught by him. My business was taught by the Baniyas and Marwadis in Delhi. So the way I look at things is very different. So somehow it's like I always try to keep, whether it's my uncle, my father, my cousin, or anyone, it's like I don't I don't meddle into their business. So what all they are handling, let them do it. That's fine for me. But what all I am handling, I expect them not to poke into mine. So till now I didn't have any such issues. It's like whatever small issues it's there, it's like I've been able to solve it.
Was there any issue between you and your dad, and then your mom had to interfere and get things?
Definitely there will be issues. There will be, see, the thing is like, just imagine, I'll give you another example. Just imagine someone like two leaders of different generations sitting together, and you are a miniature version of the other leader. Obviously same poles will always represent, and the point is there will always be differences, but it's like we have been able to solve it. It's like we don't take it, it's like too personal, and don't make it too personal. Don't use a lot of emotional statements. So the thing is like at one point you should know that it's like you have to take a step back, and you always take a step back to bounce back. And
Mm.
that way, I think it's like we have been able to solve it. And there were issues where it's like there are, where, and will be issues where, and anyone who's there in the family business can clearly relate it.
So you started your career with ITC?
Yes, ITC
Yeah. How
Limited.
was your experience working with ITC?
ITC, wonderful experience. I always credit that in every show. It's like ITC made me, taught me a lot of things. So I worked in Calcutta. I worked with Sunfeast. Then after that, I got a pre-placement interview, and it's like I converted it. I worked for Candyman.
Hmm.
So the point is, learn a lot of things.
So in ITC also you were dealing with FMCG
I was into food business, the
food.
same segment. I
Huh.
was associated with Sunfeast, which is the biscuit brand of ITC,
Hmm.
and later with Candyman, which is the sugar confectionery
Hmm.
brand.
So what was the learning that you took from ITC and from your personal experience with ITC and you wish to implant into your Fruitomans company?
See, the thing is, like, I always believe in hard work and smart work.
Hmm.
And when it comes to ITC, the biggest lesson they taught is like, see, you will have tremendous pressure. So I was put into a pressure cooker. The way ITC work is like, if you calculate a job by remuneration, I don't want to reveal my remuneration, but
Hmm.
it's like if industry norm says X,
Hmm.
ITC pays 1.5 or 2x. That's
Hmm.
the amount of salary they pay, and they expect you to work 4x.
Hmm.
So which comes with a lot of pressure. So
Hmm.
the way to handle pressure is something I learned from ITC.
Hmm.
The way, it is a multinational corporation. It's a very big corporation. I won't say it's MNC, but the point is, it might be an MNC also. I
Hmm.
don't know about it. Yeah, like
It
any.
is MNC. I
Uh,
think so.
so the point is, okay, maybe yeah,
Hmm.
but the point is, in ITC, the thing is like everything has a standard operating procedure. Everything, for every small thing, they take multiple transit trials.
Hmm.
So the thing is like the systems that you learn from the ITC,
Hmm.
that is something you will always take it. It's like for your personality improvement also.
And it's a saying that if you can work in ITC, you can work in any
That is
company.
actually a saying that everyone says, but yeah, ITC has been. It's like I will never say anything bad about ITC. Even today, it's like I see the ITC products in the shelf.
You,
It is
yeah,
it is it is
yeah,
a, it
yeah,
is
yeah,
a different kind of feel that you
yeah,
work for this company.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, it is one of the best organizations
Yeah.
I've ever worked.
I
I'm
used
really
to
proud about
I
it.
used to work for Parley and Mondelez, and when I saw how the system and process worked, I kind of understood that they are where they are because of a certain reason,
Yeah.
whatsoever the reason be.
But
So,
ITC, so sorry for
mm,
cutting you down. ITC gave me one more teaching.
mm,
That is like it gave me a reality check.
mm,
When you came to ITC, the thing is like the all the knowledge you have about the industry is from the books you read,
mm,
from the pilot plans you go to,
yeah, yeah.
industry visits you go to. But the thing is like when I went to ITC, I got to know the realities of the industry.
Mm,
So the thing is like the food processing industry is not something that works with presentations, artificial intelligence. We are way back.
mm.
There even today conversations happen over a calculator. अच्छा 50 से 50 ऐड
Yeah,
करके
yeah,
क्या
yeah.
कितना कितना मिलेगा, तो मतलब मेरा मुनाफा कितना है, मेरा फायदा कितना है.
Mm.
That's how it's like. Since I was there in Delhi for some time, Hindi will come. I'm sorry.
That's
I
fine.
hope the editor gives subtitles. So
No, you're not
so
giving subtitles.
yeah.
My editor is like, that's too much mehnat.
So the point is, these are the kind of conversation that always comes in.
Huh.
So this helped me imbibe my what to say. It's like extrapolate the knowledge I gained in books into this thing to one extent, and at the same time get a reality check about how the industry works.
And all these big companies, HUL, ITC, and all, they are very research driven companies. Like they know their people well, they know their dealers, they know their distributors, they know their retailers, and they know each one of them, and they know the pulse of the Indian audience. And that is why exactly they know what to give, what to expect. Or Ruwade, they know how to calculate and everything, and they know each of their system and process very well because of that reason. So it's a very at least I've noticed is all these big companies, because India as a market, it's a huge demographic and it's a very mixed audience. Your north and south behavioral change is not the same like your east and west. Region to region, एक state to another state, the pattern changes. So that is where I felt like it's very important to know the pulse of your audience. So in that case, what's your strategy for Fruitomans? If I have to tell, like, if I have to tell you to define your consumer, how would you define your consumer?
My consumer, it's like when it comes to currently a consumer is basically the Horeca segment, the Pajaka Karan or the chef in a hotel
Huh.
is our basic consumer. It's like because our presence is mainly dominant in Horeca segment. When it comes to
Can you
anyone
explain?
who
Can you explain people the Horeca segment for people who don't know?
hotels, restaurants, catering that comes under Horeca. I've already said in the this thing. So the
Okay.
point is, then it's like anyone who loves to cook. So basically, in a family, it's mostly it is the women who cooks.
It's
It's not
changing
it's
now.
not a gender discrimination, to
It's
be honest.
changing
Yeah,
now.
it's changing. But the point is, we have to accept what reality the way it is, and
And you're just talking purely from statistics.
yeah, statistics. So the thing is like women. So it's like I'll go for women, the housewives. That is what we look into. And while speaking about the research, what people do, I'll give you one example. It's like research. My earlier boss used to tell me the weight of pen will always cost you as well. Because the thing is like when you go with a lot of research, it's like I used to work in one of the contract manufacturing unit as the representative of ITC. So what happens like ITC will do a lot of research. It's like they go to the drawing rooms. There's like they do a lot of research, lot of study, lot of consumer pattern. Then after that they launch it's like they'll do some transit trials in the plans. So the thing is like the people. So CMU is a contract manufacturing unit. I'll explain to you. And contract manufacturing unit where it's like ITC, the company does job work for ITC. So it's like these people at the contract manufacturing unit will get to know about the recipe that this product is going to be launched by the ITC, and soon they will launch it in the market without any kind of without any surveys and this thing. They
Okay.
will take the first mover advantage. Then after that, ITC is doing the transit trial. So the life of making a product available in market, for example, I'm not quoting the actual numbers, maybe for 2 years for ITC, for a small company it will be 2 to 3 months, so they will
Got it.
always have the first mover advantage. So that is one way. It is like where I would say the surveys and all this research will have a backdrop. Secondly, the point what you said was about the how diverse Indian market is. Even when it comes to a product, it's like the recipe we give to outside Kerala, because of the consumer pattern is different, is it is bit different from what is being sold in Kerala. And the same is there with ITC also. I know it's like I'm not saying any company name, but for any company as such, it's like because of the diversity, it's like there is always a change in recipes. The way product it is at different market is different. And if you have learned, it's like the case study of Gadi detergent powder, which is successful in UP.
Yeah.
They also was able to succeed only because the thing is like in the Purvanchal belt and all. The thing is like they identified the consumer. Then after that, they served the interest of the consumer. Consumer को क्या चाहिए था वो उन लोगों ने दे दिया. So that is how the market is very diverse. So that is a advantage for the smaller companies also. But the big companies can give a different recipe for South India and North India, but they can't give separate recipe for Kerala, Tamil Nadu, in Kerala also Malabar, Tirudangur, and Cochin. They can't do it that way because that will cost them a huge amount when it comes to logistics. But we can do that. So always it's like you take someone's disadvantage as your advantage, then you'll be able to succeed. This is what I believe.
Okay, so next what I want to ask is my favorite topic. Let's discuss numbers, Thomas.
Okay.
So if I may ask, is it 100 crore company?
Somewhere around.
Okay.
I can't reveal the numbers.
Okay, but somewhere around, is it 100 plus or below 100?
No. Somewhere around. The question is closed right now. Let's
So
go to
it's
the
around
next
100 crore company.
somewhere around.
Around 100 crore.
Somewhere around.
What is this? Okay.
So it's like I have always learned that's like when it comes to specifics and when it comes to numbers, I should always be careful because I am a number guy and I don't want to fall in a trap where I am myself good at. So it's
Smart.
like, yeah.
I would say it's smart. I
I'm
tried.
not that smart. Yeah, okay,
I
okay,
tried to
okay,
get it
okay,
out from
okay,
your mouth.
okay, cool.
But what's the current profit that you guys are making? Percentage.
Roughly, I don't think I should be revealing this numbers. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a target? Like, is there a particular target that you have kept? Like,
We need something. We are planning something around 25% growth year on year.
Okay.
That at present with the current infrastructure looks bit difficult, but the thing is like I would settle at something around 15% and above.
Okay. Is
Yes.
there a personal target that you have kept like
These
this?
are all my personal targets.
Okay.
These are all
Okay.
my, because I told you it's a very content company. It's very traditional, conventional. They are
Mm-hmm.
not bothered about. It's like they are. Obviously, they are bothered about turnover. It's like that's a wrong statement
Oh
coming
yeah,
from
yeah.
me. But the point is,
They have not put that much
they
pressure
don't.
that
They
they
don't have.
want. They
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
happy with
So that's why I
whatever.
told you there is no pressure, because
Huh.
earlier in my companies, the companies where I used to work for, it's
Hmm.
like we used to have strict KPIs,
Hmm.
KRAs. So the point is, you need to reduce your purchase cost by 3% no matter what, without
Hmm.
reducing the quality. Here there is no such pressures.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like, so that way it is good. So
So
this is somewhere
15% profit on year growth or 25% profit as you mentioned is the
15 to
number
25% is what I said, the increase in turnover year on year.
year. I think the first 6 months of the year is done. So how do you think the company is performing? And have you seen, is there any change that has come to the company after you have joined,
Yes,
number wise?
we have. Yes. We
Mm-hmm.
have done some change. We have growth. There is change,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to the specifics, I don't want to comment into it.
Okay, who's giving you the biggest sales in terms of, is it your B2C or is it your B2B?
Company is a B2B based company, and it's
Oh,
like segment wise, sauces contribute around 60% of the sales.
sauces. And
Yes,
what's the next category?
after that, jams
Sauces and jam basically are your,
contributes to your bread and butter.
and you want to continue focusing on these two categories, is what you're saying?
No. It's like I'll focus on all the segments:
Okay.
sauces, jams. Then it's like the unit I'm taking care of there. It's like we have the powders, bakery compliments. That all comes under different
Mm-hmm.
categories. So it's like if you take the numbers powders as such, then the numbers will be different.
Hmm.
But if you take product as such,
Hmm.
after sauces, I think it's jams.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you plan to keep your retailers happy in South, especially? How is it a more incentive driven market?
South, the retailer market, I feel, is changing over time.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, it was people are looking for, since there are a lot of companies. If you see the conundrum in the market, it's actually changing from what to say, the manufacturer to the supply to the retailer.
Mm-hmm.
So retailer, it's like when this conundrum shifts, actually what happens is like people expect more margins from you, more freebies from you, more gifts from you.
Mm-hmm.
That is something what I've observed. Yes, yeah.
So how do you keep your retailers happy?
Um, I try to evade that question very tactically,
What
but
is
I think
this?
I'm
How much
falling
you're
into
evading all my
it. But
questions?
yeah, the point is, yes, we are also changing with the changing times.
Mhm.
So
These retailers are also the relation that has been maintained since your, like
no,
from.
retailers, see, the thing is like our client, if you see the RTM,
Hmm.
RTM is the route to market. Our client is always distributors.
Okay.
Distributors sell it to wholesale market and the retails.
Hmm.
And it's like certain empties are directly from the company, certain
Hmm.
empties are through the distributor.
Hmm.
So that's how the market goes in. So our immediate client is distributor, and distributor gives it to the retailer and the wholesaler. That's how
Okay.
it works.
So this is the chain, which is a well-defined chain.
That is the it's a thumb rule. It's across the industry. It is like that.
Okay.
And D2C goes directly from the company. That's why it's direct to company D2C.
Moving on to the next question, just to give people some context, you and I met through social media, and I know for a fact that how much of a workaholic you are. 11 p.m. you are on a company call, 7 a.m. you're running to the factory, weekends you're still working. So I'm not pretty much sure how much of a work-life balance you have. If you have one, how do you have a work-life balance to start with?
There is always a work-life balance, whether it's a good or bad, or everyone will have a work and life balance. So it's like I do have a work-life balance. Secondly, it's like I think I don't run to the factories normally at 7 a.m.
8 a.m.
I no 8 a.m. also I don't. But the thing is like I start my day at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have start my calls at 7:38
Mm-hmm.
because I'll take some sales calls and all at the 8 a.m.
Mm.
That's how I work, and it's like I do have a work life balance. And when it comes to business, the advantage is always that when it comes to corporate, you always have a timeline. Here it is like as per work you can actually schedule it, you can maneuver the work life balance that way. So sometimes it's 11 a.m. If you call me, I'll be free, I'll be just sitting around. I'll
I
be just watching a Netflix movie maybe if I don't have work. And it's like if at 11 p.m. normally it's like I'll tell you, since I'm taking care of sales, they actually work from there in the route, so at that time I don't want to disturb them. So I normally keep my calls at starting from 10:30,
in the night.
yeah, night,
In the night,
in the
10:30
night.
is
So
what?
it's like afternoon I'm free.
Okay.
Afternoon I have time. Morning I start late. Morning it's like I start my calls at 7:30 or 8 maybe. Some days it's like I'll have my call started at 9:30 also. So this all keeps on varying. It's like there is no fixed hard and fast rule that you should start your day at 7:30. And definitely I'm not an early bird.
So you come with that flexibility you have.
Yes, that is a perk of family business or any business, I would say.
Okay. When was the last time, Thomas, you cried?
Okay.
He
I
didn't see
don't.
that question coming. He thought he was fully
this
prepared.
this is the toughest question I faced till now. But when it comes to personal life, yeah,
That's where we're
I
getting
think
into.
yes. When I watched Tare Zameen Par,
That's the last time you cried.
yeah, I don't cry. I normally don't cry. Yeah.
Thomas, so do you?
I might be disheartened. I might be sad. I have such moments, but it's like I normally
You've
don't
not
cry.
shed your tears?
Maybe it's like, have you seen the campaign where it's like ladka rota nahi hai, so it's like maybe I am a victim of that. It's like I don't no, it's a campaign, it's a marketing campaign.
Uh-huh.
It's like I think you have seen it.
Yeah.
It's always good to see good content.
So do you
I have not
think
cried.
you lack that emotional aspect?
No, there is nothing of that sort. It's
You
like,
just don't cry.
I don't cry. I haven't. It's like I couldn't recollect the last time when I used to cry. Yeah, that's it.
Which
Maybe someday I think you will. It's like don't make me cry. So the point is,
a lot of people.
I don't cry.
I don't know. A lot of people do say that.
I've not cried. Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. I don't plan to or intend to make you cry.
I always want to sit with a happy face, with a smile.
Yeah. You've always been that chirpy, happy person. So, don't you face any of those lowest low days where your mental health is a bit all over the place?
So it's like I think the graph is always there for every individual, every human. I'm also human, so it's like we have a crest and trough. So I have good moments, I have bad moments, but the way I normally, it's like I was still now in Delhi and North India, where you have a lot of nightlife, a lot of friends around. So we used to go. It's like Friday evening, my friend used to pick me up. Then after that, we used to go in for movies. We used to go to pubs. We used to just walk around the street because I love walking as such. Just walking around the street brings me a lot of energy. Cycling brings me a lot of energy. So, but here it's like that nightlife is not that evident because coming from a national capital to a tier 2 city. So, but the point is, I work out normally. I try to keep it through workouts, is where I use, and it's like I use Netflix, maybe for kayaking. Once in a while, I go for kayaking, travel. I'm a solo traveler. I love traveling alone.
You went to Bali just few months
I
back.
went to Bali, I went to Goa, I've been to a couple of places. I went to Kasol. I've covered more than 21 states. I'm an avid traveler. I love traveling. I love mountains, beaches.
Do you
Nature.
check your emails while traveling?
Yes,
Are
I
you
do.
one of those
Yes,
people?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Are you working, like taking your laptop out in the front of a beautiful beach? You're sitting in your shorts and
I have
working?
done that, but to be honest, it's like I believe that you should always be on your toes, irrespective of what the surrounding is. If the work comes in, it's like, and if there is a need of the hour for you to
You're
work,
supposed to be you're accountable.
then I'm there. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I normally don't end up missing calls as such. Maybe personal calls from friends, yes. Work calls, no. So if you call me, I'll definitely call you back. So that is something I always keep in mind. Whether I'm able to
You didn't reply
justice,
to my message for a week.
yeah, that's it's like friends call. That's fine.
reply.
It was not a work call. It was not a work call. So
Only
the
if it's a
point
work call,
if it
you
is a
will.
work call, normally I answer it. It's something that
Such
I
a
believe.
hypocrite person.
No, this is something I believe, but it's like, am I doing justice to this? Is something what others have to say.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the last question, which is, I think, the most important question, at least according to me. At any point, did you regret that your father and grandfather was into this business and hence you have to get into this business?
No, first of all, before answering that question, it's like I have to put something about the last question also.
Uh,
The environment where I work in, it's like I'm very close to one of my cousin brother. He's just opposite to me. He's a proper introvert out of the four cousin brothers. So it's like he's proper introvert, but he is my backbone. So it's like even he is like me. He's someone who works around the clock, work with all vigor, all enthusiasm, all the way, and hence it's like I don't consider, see, when someone is there with you and my team, everyone is ready on call. That's something about Fruitomans, the way Fruitomans have grown over time. It is a thought by my grandfather, it is a dream of my father and his brothers, and it is hard work and sweat of all the workers and employees over there, and we consider all of them as a family, and everyone is ready to work even at the 12th hour and the 24th hour. So then you won't feel that as a burden, you won't feel it as a something where you have to put a lot of pressure, you don't feel that effort. So I thank them very clearly. So it's like maybe because of that, it's like maybe that's why it's like 11 p.m. if I have a call at that time, sometimes my cousin brother will also be there. So you don't have an issue if he doesn't have an, he's a married man, he has all excuses not to be at 11 p.m. So if he can be there, I should be there. That is my responsibility, and that is what I feel. And coming to your last question about my grandfather, so no. See, it's like I always had clarity in my mind. Since a very young age, I had clarity in my mind. When I was 15, it's like I was very clear that it's like I came to know from a ad that a college is being started. The college name is National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management. It is a college that comes directly under MOFP. There are people who even today ask me whether it is a catering course. Why did you go all the way to study there? So it's like I got into the All India Engineering Entrance Examination. So the point is, from a very young age, it's like I was so definite in my. So it's like I came to know about this college and I wanted to study there. Then after that, I was very definite that I'm coming back to family business no matter what. And something that even my mother says about me is that if I want something, I normally get it. I work hard, through go through different ways, different channels. I normally try to get it, but that doesn't mean I always get everything I want. So it's like I never felt ki it is a burden on me. This is something my passion is, where my passion is. So if you
which was
have,
inculcated in you at a very young age, because is it because, do you think this passion came to you because you grew up in a family in this business, that is why it came to you?
I don't know the answer for that, but it's like something that people say. If you have seen the recent, what to say, the House of Dragons, Valerians.
I've not seen it,
Okay,
but
in
yeah.
that case, it's like the dragon blood goes from generation to generation. Maybe it's that my blood. So it is like maybe it's a blood call that says that you have to come to here. This is somewhere. It's like where your lies.
Blood call.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very
call
interesting
from
term.
the call from the, it's like maybe the
Call from your
ancestral call.
ancestral blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to bore people, but maybe that's a reason. And this is, I never consider it as a work. That is where it's like if you consider work as work at a young age, I'm too early to say, but if you consider work as work, then in that case it's always a lot of tension comes around. If you consider it as a passion, if you have seen Game of Thrones, the way Dothraki's kill, they do it as a sport. If this is a sport for you, to hunt is a sport for you, in that case, I think you won't feel the burden. So it's like I never felt I was forced into business at any point of time.
Hypothetically, if you were not born into this family, what would you be doing?
I have not thought of it. I'm not that kind of person, and the point is, I have not
But now
thought
I'm
about the.
asking you to think. What do you think you would
I
be
don't
doing?
know. Maybe if I'm not born into the family, in that case, it's like I might not be myself. I might be some other person. It's like I'll have different environment that I'm going through, different set of friends I'm going through, who will all play and influence me. My blood will be different. So it's like my blood will say something else. So it's a lot of possibilities. You're opening a door
So
of
you've never
possibilities.
thought, if not this, that like, for example, when I was young, I wanted to be an IAS officer, then I wanted to be a lawyer, then I wanted to be an RJ. No,
Obviously,
I
at a
mean,
younger age, I want to be an Air Force officer.
hmm.
Uh, but that was there. At times, my mother used to tell me, ki, you have to pursue UPSC. But the point is, it's like I had a clarity in my mind. So that's why if you see my career as such, it started from a BTech in food technology. I worked with a food company. After that, I did my PGDM in marketing and minors in operations. Then after that, I worked for another food company. Then after that, it's like I wanted to work for some more time. I didn't want to join at this age, but it's like certain family issues and all. It's like I had to join the business, but it's like I'm enjoying it.
And where do you see Fruitomans after next 10 years?
It's too early for me to say. I have some personal goals. I have some ways I do
Your
things.
personal goals that's aligned to the business.
Exactly, exactly. But the thing is, like, I don't want to reveal it until and unless I always believe until and unless something is in your hand, you shouldn't say it out.
But there will be like, we want to be a 200 crore company. Like in terms of numbers or in terms of the branding or in terms of perception, something you will have a plan. Like, you want to do a perception building, you want to do a brand building, you want to do drive the numbers, any sort of that plan.
Driven by numbers, yes. A kid who had clarity about his career, where it will lead him at the age of 15, will definitely have a path forward also. He will have a goal in his mind also. But this is not my way of revealing the numbers right now. And
It's
that's
making
like,
it look like I'm asking too much of a controversial question, but okay.
so I don't want to fall into that
Trap.
controversy or trap. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So after this, what? Now your grandfather started the business. Your father
And his
is a
brothers.
director, and his brothers, and now you. And then what? After next, it's going to be your kids.
I don't want to force anyone into anything because I was never forced into anything.
So you were not forced into this.
I was not forced into it.
It
At
came
one point, it's like I had to join the business. I think it was a bit premature. I want to work for some more years because alcohol business is somewhere. It's like my heart was really pumping over there. It's like the pressure that comes with it. It's like I like working in a pressure cooker, and it's like I used to love it, and that was another hunt for me. So I want to work for some more years, but it's like certain situations, certain things I had to come to business. But I'm not. I won't force anyone into anything. It's like it's their wish. Let them do whatever they want.
That's nice. I think, Thomas, that brings an end to our interview. It's so amazing that we are almost the same age, but I know the kind of responsibility you are dealing with like, let's say, around 100 crore company. Your family business, you are the third generation. It's really inspiring to see that the way your thought process, your lifestyle, and the choices you have made, and how you are being accountable to it each and every day. I've seen you closely working, taking calls, running your errands and everything around the company, and how so gracefully you have accepted that this is it, the blood call that you say about it. It's really inspiring. So thank you so much, Thomas, for coming. I think we just discussed it over a coffee, like, would love to take your interview at some point of your time, and you're like,
But I
let's
didn't
do
get
it.
the coffee, to be honest. Waiting for the coffee right now.
We will make after
Yeah.
this. But thank you so much, and I can I have those goodies back?
It is my first podcast. I
Oh,
hope I did a what to say average job at least.
yeah, yeah.
And you are supposed to say you did more than an
Yeah,
average.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, again, I'm asking you. It's like I hope I
No,
did an
I
average
don't
job.
think it felt like this was your first podcast.
It's like I used to participate in a lot of oratory competitions, a lot of speaking, a lot of
So you want to
MC,
talk about himself?
master
That's
of
why he's
ceremony.
asking me.
Yeah. Oh God! For the first time, Sandhya got to know. Judge me right. So the point is, Anyway, it was. I hope it all went well and
Yeah.
amazing. It's like it felt more like a conversation.
Yeah, that's
Lovely,
exactly
lovely,
how
yeah.
this podcast I want to be. It's like a conversation. Our first meeting, if you remember, we have a common passion, that's business strategy. I think we discuss strategy, like that's like our thing. We discuss that, and that's what I love about this, because we are always talking about what's the current things happening, what's happening in the business, what's happening on the social media, what's the ROI, and where's the Kerala market happening. So for me, this was just like another beautiful conversation with you. So thank you so much, and thank you for all the goodies out there. So next time when you guys see Fruitomans, you know this is the face. This is the face behind Fruitomans.
There are a lot of faces. I'm just one among
One
the
of
many.
the faces. So yeah.
Wish you the very best with this venture, and it's like, yeah, all the best.
And with this, the show is over, and I'm really glad because I got a lot of free goodies. So this is me, the Mumbai Malayali show, signing off. See you guys on the next episode. Bye.